deserve. One, there is no excuse for genocide. You do not go around killing innocent people, especially children.
Yeah.
Number two, if that kind of incident deserved a genocide, we'd all be dead.
Yeah.
Literally, each and every one of us. If that kind of incident was equal to, respond with a, with a genocide, that's not.
Absolutely. Everybody talks about. Sorry, if I can
can
interrupt you there, just a second. Everybody talks about the hostages. The hostages, I need to bring back in. I totally agree with this. But will you kill 200 innocent people to free 4 hostages?
Do you know about an organization called Breaking the Silence? The former Israeli soldiers who are talking about like what they had to do. I'm sorry, but from their testimonies, they've said that they used to break into Palestinian homes randomly and take people from their home at gunpoint. I'm sorry, if you're taken at gunpoint from your home in the middle of the night, you're not a prisoner, you're a hostage.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Palestinian hostages and stop calling them prisoners, because they're not prisoners, they're hostages.
They're not prisoners because they didn't pass to court, they're not guilty on anything, they just take randomly and put them. So imagine,
and
you kill 200 people to free 4 hostages.
Will
the Palestinians will do the same for the hostages in Israel?
There's so much that we don't know about Israel and that we really need to know. Things like education, because it's something that we're hearing about now. A woman whose family survived Holocaust and lived in Israel, she lives in London now, she came to a meeting and she said, in school we were taught that survivors of Auschwitz were actually losers because, in school, and that they must never ever be that weak again, like lambs to slaughter. And I was like, because I come from Bosnia, I mean, we were not weak. We had arms embargo and still managed to, and people ended up in, this is not weakness, this is not, it's like calling rape, a victim of a rape, that she's weak. It's so sends shivers down my spine. I was like, that's the only thing that we were hoping that Israel was doing, is honoring the victims of the Holocaust. And then it was like, no, the Jewish National Fund was actually taking money from the Holocaust survivors. And I was like, oh my God, no, come on. And then, but the worst part is, I just read a book called I Shall Not Hate by a Palestinian doctor from Gaza. Actually, he was born in a refugee camp, and he had a horrible childhood. Ended up being a doctor in an Israeli hospital, still living in Gaza. And in his book, he talks about like the checkpoints and what a nightmare they are, and this whole humiliation.
I will never forget the image of that Palestinian doctor in Gaza amputating his own child without anesthesia and die on his hand while he's chopping his own child.
I don't.
It's not. I don't know any other degrees of horror we need to go more.
The point with this doctor that I was trying to make, sorry if I can just go back to that, is just how much he was trying to be like, we should all be equal. That in my report of his book, I honestly wrote that it's okay for us to say that we need to now focus on Palestinian rights, just to get Palestinians equal rights that Israelis